Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone. And peace and blessings to the like. This is basically just going to be on this article. All right. So, more prophecies. Okay, it says Trump flips off the rest of the world, losing friends and allies. All right. From the title alone, we can already see that this is what another step. All right, another progression towards the allies of the U.S. turning on the U.S. and we know what's going to happen from then onwards. They're going to send them missiles over here. Okay, but it's a step-by-step process, and we're seeing it happen. So it says, with a White House riven by policy feuds, Trump has been tearing up agreements and treaties right and left, as well as threatening military action and sanctions. This has left its allies wondering if the U.S. is, in fact, an ally. On the same day that China and the U.S. announced a temporary moratorium on trade sanctions by both countries on each other's exports, China Daily, the English-language official newspaper of the Chinese government, ran a full-page article about how the U.S. Was losing the confidence of friends and allies around the globe as the Trump administration tears up one long-standing international or bilateral agreement one after another. And then there's Der Spiegel, the leading weekly news magazine in Germany, a key U.S. NATO ally, which recently ran a cover depicting Trump as a raised middle finger flipping the bird at Europe. It's a jarring visual image of how European governments and citizens are viewing Trump's decision to pull the U.S. out of a UN-approved six-nation agreement, largely negotiated by the prior Obama administration to halt Iran's nuclear fuel enrichment program for 15 years in return for a lift in sanctions on that country. Okay, and this is all what these nations. Hey, this is prophecy, man. All right, we say it over and over and over again because it's true. Okay, and it's just we're at the point, man, where we don't even man. Whoever's playing games, man, whoever doesn't get this, we don't listen, man. You're just set for destruction. All right, that's it. You're set for destruction, man. We don't care, man. All right, we see the signs. We know what's coming. All right, and we're doing what we gotta do to lower will and gain salvation, man. All right, you don't want to take heed. You don't care about your life. Cool, go ahead and do what you want to do. All right, when the Most High destroys your ass, we're gonna rejoice because it's you right. You deserve that, man. Okay, I don't believe it's gonna happen. All right, well then go do something else with your life, man. We don't care. We're here for the elect, and guess what? We don't stress because we know that regardless of what happens, the elect are gonna wake up. All right. So keep going. It says, to a global trotting journalist, fresh from the visits of the Philippines to Hong Kong and headed for Europe in July, it certainly looks like the U.S. is doing its best to antagonize just about every friend it has in the world. That's with the singular exception of Israel. Of course, where the U.S. is offering unflagged support for that country's brutal slaughter by sniper of over 100 unarmed Gazan Palestinian protesters and deliberate maiming of thousands of others, an atrocity that is being blasted by the United Nations Human Rights Commission and most nations of the world. All right. Yeah, but I'm not really gonna read all this. I don't have much time. All right, I'm on my break, so I'm just gonna get this precept. Okay, and end it out with that. This is Revelation 17 and 16. All right, which at this point, brothers, you should just know the scripture. All right, when you see things like this, when you see titles and articles like this, you should think of this scripture right here. Okay, it says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore." Okay, these allies. All right, that's what these horns represents. The allies of the U.S., which is the whore, Babylon, the great daughter of Babylon. Okay, they're gonna hate the whore. They're going to turn on the whore. That's why the article says the U.S. is losing friends and allies. And what happens when it does that, they go from friends to enemies. All right? It says, "And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." So they're going to take everything away from the U.S. They're going to leave their dealership and all that. And eventually they're going to just send them missiles here. Okay? And that's the program the Lord has for this place. That's why it says in verse 17, "For the Most High hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled." And those words are being fulfilled now. Okay, so we got to keep watching and reporting on it, okay, and doing our job, that we may gain salvation, and Lord willing, we be a part of that elect. Okay, and Lord willing, this video is edifying unto that elect. Shalom.